very much. My name is Kasim Oscar and this is LBD Sports Agency and Media Network. We take a special visit to Momodou Ngum, who is a Gambian volleyball player, has been representing the Gambia national team or junior categories, and has also been representing Serekunda East after guiding them for 4 or 3 successive seasons in volleyball in the Gambia. Momodou is now applying his trade outside the Gambia, that is in Côte d'Ivoire. Some people call it Ivory Coast. Momodou, thank you very much for giving us your time and speaking to LBD Sports Agency and Media Network. First and foremost, welcome to the platform.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this chance and just selecting me and want to interview. It's an honor and thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, let's go straight to the discussion. That is, how did Momodou become a volleyball player? Because volley is not that much famous, I can say, in the Gambia, but they have been doing tremendously well in the past 4 years, especially Serekunda East. They have a successful stint with the club before going to Côte d'Ivoire. How does all those things come together?
Well, there was this great man called Alhaji Babuju. The nickname is Anaka. He was the coach by then, but currently he is now. He's that person that inspired me. Always, when he sees me, he's like, "Hey, Mo, come here." By then, I would never put on my shoe to go for volleyball training. I would just went there, sit down, and watch him. So whenever this man comes, this man will be telling me, "Hey, Mo, come, let me see what you got." He will be throwing balls on me. That's the time I started digging. He's telling me, "Hey, this is how you do it. Do it this way, do this way." So I started building interest because of him. There was this day he came, he told me, "Hey, come here." He gave me $300. By then, I was so go and buy shoe.
Could you remember the year?
It was around 2014, 15.
Not long ago.
And he gave me the 300. He told me, "Go and buy shoe. Tomorrow when you come, I want to see that shoe." That's the day I went to Serekunda and bought shoe. So the next day I came, he saw me, he said, "Yes, this is what I was telling you. Come, you are a good player." So I was playing volleyball because he inspired me. And whenever I saw him, I would try to play.
Before he inspired you to go deeper in volleyball,
Yes.
where were you playing volleyball? It is at school level or at the street?
I was playing volleyball in secondary, but wasn't like, I was not part of the academy. Normally, after going to the buffer zone playing football around 6, whilst we were tired playing football, that's the time I used to come to the park. When I see them playing, I also want to stand there, be playing, That's how it was. It was not something serious.
So you started in football,
Yeah, I started in
couldn't
football, yes.
flourish, then get into volleyball.
That's how it is.
You mentioned that Mr. Babu Jara is normal. Is he late or?
No, he's not late. He was the coach.
Coach then?
Yeah, then in Serbia. So currently he's in America. Yeah.
Okay, now with Serekunda East, when did things get official with Momodou Ngum and Serekunda East? And it is one of the teams, I can say, that have won the volleyball title for 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, it all started around 2017-18. Officially, I started playing the league for Serekunda East. Yes.
That was your debut season?
Yeah, that was my 2017-18.
2017-18 season?
Yes.
That season, Serekunda East were champions?
Yeah. So that's the time we started playing for Serekunda East. But before, we were told that Serekunda East never won the league.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's our era that we came and tried to fight it. We started winning the league.
From never being champion or from never being winners of the league,
yes,
to 2 consecutive winners, or 3, I can say.
3, but currently I'm not part of it, but they won it again. So made it 4. I won it with them 3 times.
3 times.
Consecutively.
Let's come to your first season you win the league with them. How was it like for you from the street, being motivated by Anelka, and now confirmation is made that Serekunda is champions of the Gambian Volleyball Championship for that particular season, and Momodou is being given a medal?
Yeah, that was something, that was a blow in the mind of all other teams like, hey, these young ones just came and, we were a surprise, a big surprise to be honest. We just did like, we were like, we played a new volleyball in Gambia. That's what many teams say, many people say. Like, the young ones, the young ones, they bring another new volleyball, like faster than the way they play. So it was our weapon that we used when we played against them. Yeah, but still now they cannot come over. They cannot overcome us. I don't know.
Could you remember the wonderful moments with your teammates when there are a few games to go? You guys automatically, I can say most that you guys were the champions of the season.
Yeah, there was this day that we supposed to play with Gamsel. That was the last goal of the game. Like we are head to head when it comes to points. So the last game will determine who won. The game will be the champion. So I was like, hey, we were during the campaign. I was like, our coach was having this pressure, like we are going inside Gamsel. It's not going to be easy, Blah blah blah. I was like, wait, never mind. This is just volleyball. When it's volleyball, time for volleyball we play, we are going to win. No doubt. The coach is telling me like, they are not going to take this thing like. So coach is having this pressure.
Who was then the coach of Serpunice?
Anelka, my first. Anelka was the coach. Yeah, I was like, Anelka, don't worry. We are going to overcome this too. And my teammates were so, they were not too much worried during the campaign. I see everybody was having fun. I was like, this is a good sign. So that's how we went. Because by then my coach has something to prove.
To the community?
To the Gambian Volleyball itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that?
Because there was this saying like, someone said to my coach, he told us, like, he will never be a champion, or volleyball will never be, like, Serpunice will never dominate Gambian volleyball.
That was that about
yeah,
statement.
Okay. That was, something that was, he wanted to prove wrong. So by then he was, the only thing he was saying like is like, to conquer Gambia, like to be able to win the league. So I was, that was the pressure he was having. Well, I could see that in his eyes. I told my guys, hey, I have to do this. That was the day he told us like, when you win the game, I'm gonna give you $5,000 for my bonus, So the boys, the boys were so happy about that because it was just the first time someone telling us, when you win this, I will give you this. So we went. Thank God that we came and we won 3-0. We won 3-0, and he was so, he was so amazing. He was celebrating. The whole team went to him and just started.
Looking at your career so far, one can say Momodou didn't struggle that much, but there must be challenges in grassroots sports, especially volleyball. What are some of it?
There were a lot of challenges. While I was going to school, I had this uncle that always told me like, hey, stop playing sport and concentrate on school. But I was having this struggle in my life. No, I'll just, done it. So my this uncle just later on told me like, whenever I saw you going for this volleyball team, after 7, after prayer, 7, you are not back home, I will beat you. I was like, I thought that my uncle was just okay. So I went. After 7, I came back. My uncle just, called me, slapped me, started displaying it. The next day I went. The same thing. I have another same slap. I was like, I will never stop going until my uncle stops slapping.
So those were challenges off the pitch?
Yeah, off the pitch.
Or on the pitch?
On the pitch, like, by then I don't have that time to play in the game, like, in the court, because I found people that are playing, and they were, playing more good, and there were this lot of problems, like, I needed to improve myself, but the only guy that used to help me, like, is LBD Sports. That's Anelka. When he's around, he will concentrate on me. Like, some of them will tell you, like, this guy is your son, like, something like that.
So it's like, meaning like, you and Anelka were just like a father and son in sports.
Exactly. That's how it was. So he was the only guy that can just, look at me and just feel like, hey, this guy is needed something. Sometimes I will go for training. After training, I will know that definitely when I reach home, I will find that food is finished. Yeah.
Did you personally believe that you have paid him the trust he puts on you?
Well, not yet, because he always told me like, I don't prepare players just to play in Gambia. I want to see champions conquering the world. That's what I told me. I believe like there are still many things to prove, because he is he's still having that belief in us. Like he wants to see us in world level, not only Gambia playing. He told me like the last time, we have nothing to prove in Gambia. So the next step should be outside. Try to put that in your head, that's what he told me.
Before we talk about your move to Abidjan, you still come back to the league. In that particular season, your first time winning it as a volleyball player, you said there might be some teammates, players, or after the season, individual awards or honors.
Yeah, I got individual awards.
In that particular season?
Yeah, the first season I got. The first season we won the league, I got best attacker. They gave me 1 award. One was the best attacker.
Now, take us through to your move to Abidjan. Many are doing well. Basketball is really developing in our country. You can say Babu Jara, the partnership of Babu Jara and Seni Jao, we have seen them participating. And also, you guys we are among some of the, I think, under 20. Under 20, yeah, that participated in the international competition outside the Ghana. In Tunisia, right. But before that, take us through how did you get the connection to move to Abidjan?
Connection to Abidjan was, I wasn't even noticed about Abidjan volleyball. There was this guy, Senegalese, Bababu. He was playing with the team for the last 3 years. Well, the team said they need a player, that can at least help the team. This guy, despite he's not a Gambian, he's a Senegalese, we don't have that friendship relationship too much.
Okay.
But he just believed like, with me, we can help the team.
We saw a talent in him.
Yeah, he just believed like, with me, we can help the team. He just told me like, one day, just from training, he just called me. The first time, he just first called me directly. He was like, we are going to play in Mali. I want you to join us. I just told him, no, I cannot join you right there. Just this night, you said tomorrow I have to go. I said, no, it's not possible. He just tried to, convince me. I said, no, I cannot. I'm just having injury. That's what I did last time.
As an excuse.
As an excuse, yeah. I'm just having an injury. Despite that, he is still not, So after a month from training, I just went. I just connected to WhatsApp, and I just saw his message, and I listened to it. It was like this team, blah, blah. So I was like, wow. Then I just connect my coach directly, and they talked. So they discussed everything. So for me, by then I was not taking these things seriously. I don't want to put all my hopes on it. I know that there is something going on, but I just, it was not a big thing. So I was just training. There was this day I just came from training. I just connected. I saw my flight ticket, everything set. They sent it to me like 1st February you are going. I was like, wow.
Are you impressed with the professionalism and the way
Yeah, I was so impressed. Like, wow. I was not expecting things to be like so professional. Fast like this. So I went to my mom and I told my mom. And I said, okay. Well, it's called school, because my mom always support me when it comes to this volley sports. Yeah. So that's how I went. We went, and my first day, the team president just came and just saw me. They are big. So the team president saw me and said, in French, I don't know what he said, but after I asked him, the Senegalese guy, the Wolof, he told me. The president asked them, is this the guy you bring for me? Hope this guy can play, this small boy. The guy just smiled. Yeah, the guy just smiled and told the president, just wait and see. That's how it goes. So my first game, I went to play, but I was wearing this shoe. I thought that is my best shoe, my favorite shoe.
You saw your teammates.
Yeah. So we went to the game for my first match there. I was having this, something like, I was having a complex, being my first time playing in an indoor game, So I just went. My first game, because normally don't start with my first game because it was outside, we win the first set, second set. So the last set, the coach introduced me. Well, I was wearing this shoe, I just, believe like it's my best shoe. So we went, the coach gave me a chance, so I entered. My first ball, they just gave me the ball. Before I will just approach to go and spike the ball, my shoe, I just yeah. So, but despite all that, I went and managed to make the point. The coach changed me. Just immediately after that, the coach changed me. So I was one of the last ones. I was just sitting on the dog. Yeah. So, so they played the game, it's finished. The coach told me nothing. Well, I was also in Oakland. We went after this. We resumed training. The coach just called me directly and told me like, the reason why after that point I take you out is because your shoe, I didn't want you to have injury. So you know what we are going to do? I said no. He said, like, we are going to give you a new shoe. What is your shoe size? So I told the coach. We went and bought a new shoe for me. He told me, for now you're using this play. Your other shoe is not good. The reason why I removed you is like, I don't want to risk you to have injury. Yeah. So I was like,
the courts are different.
Yes.
The standard is of the courts.
So I was like, wow, this was the reason. I thought that I messed
you
up.
have a big relief.
Yeah.
You thought that it was something.
So that, yeah.
So what is the name of that team?
SOA.
SOA.
Yeah.
And what is their status in volleyball when it comes to Cote d'Ivoire?
Cote d'Ivoire, they're one of the best teams.
Wow.
Before, but in the last 3-4 years, they find it difficult. There is this team called NGS. It's a university team that is conquering.
Wow.
It is conquering.
So those guys are the ones
being like recognized in Gambia. Yeah, that's like recognized in Gambia.
So what was the season process for your team?
We went second.
Wow.
Yeah, out of last 3 years, they could not reach second.
Wow. Is that best finish?
Yeah, for the last 3 years. For the past 3 years.
In volleyball in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, and we went to the finals with that NGS team. We went to the finals.
Are you on loan or is?
No, not on loan.
Permanent sign?
It was just not a permanent sign.
Or trial?
No, it was a trial. It was just a seasonal contract agreement. Yeah.
Okay, it was a one-season contract.
Yeah, one-season contract. Because my aim was not to just go and play and stay in Cote d'Ivoire. Okay. As a young volleyball player, I'm just aiming high to play in the high level. So for just playing in Africa is not the aim. Like, despite they having more level or maybe status than Gambia volleyball.
How will you compare volleyball in the Gambia and in the Ivory Coast after being there for almost 8 or 7 years?
Competition will be like when it comes to infrastructure, they are far ahead of us. And the sacrifice they take, like how they value the sports. Yeah, they pump in money in the sport.
The passion they have for volleyball.
Yeah, the passion is different. They can't play volleyball more than us. We have more able players.
So I mean they invest more than us.
Yeah, they invest more than us. That's why they are ahead of us. That's what I believe.
Now you have played volleyball in the Gambia here and in Cote d'Ivoire. You have interacted with so many people.
Sure.
And recently you have seen, as I said, the game is gradually going up.
Yeah, sure.
And we have been producing fine players both in the male category and the female category. Will there be more Momodou Ngum, Senijawa and Babu Jara and others? And if currently, if there is, who do you think will be one of the stars in the future when it comes to volleyball?
Gambia.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, at the grassroots.
There are a lot of stars in Gambia right now.
What, point 1 or 2 for?
I will just choose my guy, Nyabali. He's one of the most outstanding players currently in the league so far. Nyabali, you have Sanusi Jawara. Yeah, these players that are playing very, very good.
So volleyball fans can watch out to those
two. And this guy called Mario Damfa also played in YMCA currently. He's also doing good. Yeah, so there are players that you can really trust, like
they can be future stars.
Yeah.
Now you joined them on a season loan or season contract agreement.
Yeah.
Is the contract expired as we speak?
Yeah, it is expired, but they wanted to renew it.
Negotiation is on to renew it.
Yeah.
And you will be very glad to
join them. Yeah.
Your first 2 months in Abidjan, how was like? Because people in Abidjan and the Gambia is different.
Yeah, sure.
The food and the culture. How do you?
Well, my greatest problem was this language barrier and the food problem.
Wow.
Yeah, my greatest problem. Like I couldn't communicate. It was French.
So up to date you can
No. Now I used to communicate, despite they would laugh after when I don't understand. Before you'll be in the game, I would just want to communicate with the passer. The ball you are giving me is softball, but I couldn't.
Like the language there is French.
Yeah, it's French. So I couldn't communicate the passer. Like I want the ball to be more higher than what you are giving me. So I'll be like, hey, pass it.
But you can hear some problems.
Yeah.
So, too smart.
And the food, it was a problem. Because I couldn't cook. But later I was, this food called garba, acheke. Yeah, acheke was my favorite.
Yeah, because acheke in the Gambia.
Yeah, I know acheke is in the Gambia. So when I realized that acheke, every time I used to eat acheke. So there was this time they used to call me acheke boy. The Gambia boy.
Alright, thank you very much, Momodou Ngum, for speaking to us, LBD Sports Agency and Media Network. Before we let you go, there must be targets personally for Momodou in volleyball, because this is not enough. As you said, the guy who inspired you had a lot of trust in you, and you really want to go far, to do more for your country, and also individually for yourself in volleyball. Because off the pitch, some of your family members were supportive.
Yeah.
But now I believe you have now convinced them that this is the deal.
Yeah, this is the deal.
Now, what is the status of your uncle? You play volleyball.
I was so surprised that when my uncle just provided a video for me, a volleyball game video for me personally.
He was watching.
Yeah. And he just, jot down some of my highlights and he just made it for me and send it to me. He said, I send you the video. So I was so surprised. I was so happy. My uncle now is fully in support. Like he always used to pray for me, like good luck, God be with you. He's in support. So I'm so surprised and
Good. How far do you want to go in volleyball?
Like I want to be a successful volleyball player in the sense that I want to see myself in the high level. Now, the game, the more higher you go, the more successful it becomes. Playing in Africa only is not the talent, it's not enough for me. Well, I'm just,
So you believe with hard work
with hard
and
work,
commitment, you can still make it in other European clubs?
Sure. Despite it's going to be hard, but I believe it's going to go.
What will be the hard challenges there?
Because we lack connection, especially Gambia. We have no connection. You as the player, you'll be training hard. You'll be doing these connections stuff for yourself.
So currently, is there any advisor to Momodou Ngum or an agent?
Aneka is the only advisor. Anything I have to do, I will call before. And this guy, Seni Jao, he always
give ideas.
Yeah, he always give me ideas. I'm looking up to him, to be honest.
The Gambian Volleyball Federation, any words for them?
Well, for this past years, they are really trying, like especially this by the new president. He's doing great. We are really proud of him, and with him we can take Gambia volleyball to another level.
Thank you very much, Momodou Ngum, for speaking to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, thank you very much. That was Momodou Ngum, who plays for SOAS volleyball team in Côte d'Ivoire. Today morning speaks to us. We speak to him rather at his residence in Bundu. Thank you for watching.